Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is on this blue eyeshadow look. It's something a little bit different, but I think it's super fun. You can use this technique that I've done with like any colours. I often do it with just browns. If I want a neutral look, I do it with purple, I do it with green. It is freaking great. I am using the Kat Von D Me Vida Loca palette because I have it and I hardly ever use it, and it was pretty expensive, so I feel bad about that. I'm just using these three blue colours that are right here. So, oh, and a black. So if you have like blue colours that you want to use, then just use those. Like obviously you don't need this palette, you can't even get this palette anymore, but like look how pretty it is. But as I said, you can do it with any colours and it will still look great. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like the video, and let's get into it. I'm starting out with this light blue colour here. It is called Synth. And I'm going to use this little brush by Delium Tools. It is the 776 and it's quite like a dense blending brush. It's pretty hard. I don't want something too like soft and fluffy because it's just going to go like whoosh, all the way up to my eyebrow, and I don't want that today. So I'm just taking a tiny bit of that on my brush and I'm going to start to create the like kind of triangular shape. So I'm going to bring it kind of out towards my brow, and then I'm going to flip my brush around and bring it underneath my lower lash line about halfway. It really is best to start with less when using crazy bright colours like this because I don't want it to get everywhere. I would rather have like a really soft mapped out section and then go in and deepen it up and make it as kind of like pigmented as I want. So I only used a tiny bit of eyeshadow. So now I'm just going to go back and get a tiny bit more, tap off the excess and do the exact same thing and just build up the colour until it's as pigmented as I would like it to be. Normally I would do my foundation after I do my eyeshadow, but when I do this eye kind of shadow shape, I like to do my foundation first, or at least my concealer first, so that I can go underneath the eye straight away. It really helps me to get kind of like the shape easier. I'm only going like a third of the way into my crease. I will drag it a little bit more over, but not until later because I only want a tiny bit of shadow going like kind of into the middle of my crease. Next I'm picking up Hyper Ballad on that same brush, just a little bit again, and doing the exact same thing, just a little bit lower. So I'm just going a little bit lower and I'm going to fill in the outer corner a little bit more with that colour. Is good to use just a little bit at a time if you've done your foundation and stuff first, because you're not going to get any fallout, which is a winner. Don't want that. Now I'm just going to take a little bit more and take that underneath my eye as well. Next I'm taking a big fluffy brush. This one is from Delium Tools as well, and it's the 785 brush, and I'm just going to blend the edges so that it goes into, like, kind of smokes up into my skin as much as it can. Obviously, since I'm using blue, it's never going to, like, be seamlessly blending into the natural colour of my skin, because my skin isn't blue. But this brush will help me get it as close as possible. Next, I'm taking this tiny little brush from Models Prefer. This is the Shadow and Concealer brush, and I love it. And I'm taking this dark blue, which is called Dark Wave. Just, again, a tiny bit on my brush, and then I'm going to put that even lower. So this is going, like, right on the lid. This is barely going in the crease at all. Mostly just on the lid, right at the bottom. And it's just going to add some depth, a bit of dimension to our look. Hopefully make our eyes look a bit bigger. That'd be nice. Just making sure that I'm getting that colour right on the lower lash line, because I don't want like a big skin coloured stripe there. And then I'm taking my big fluffy brush again and I'm just going to blend that out. And this is when you can drag it a little bit up into the crease and then out into the middle of the crease. I only ever do this with like a brush with nothing on it, so it's only pulling what's already on my eye, kind of just further over, so it won't make it like really dramatic on the inside of our eye, I find that keeping like this area clean of shadow really opens up my eyes a lot more and makes them look a lot bigger, which is what I really want to go for because I don't have eyes that are that big. Next, I'm going to take this little flat shader brush and just any matte black. I'm going to take the one from the palette, but you could use anything. And I'm going to pop that right on my lashes, about like a little bit further in than the blue one, and then I'm going to put it also underneath my lash line. So just right like at the lower lash line. Doing this kind of like only halfway or a third of the way across your eye also helps it to look a bit bigger. Then I'm going to take that brush that had the dark blue and I'm just going to blend it out a bit. I'm actually just going to add a little bit more of that darker blue just to really get that colour in there. And I'm going to use that little flat shader brush that had the black on it and put a bit of the dark blue underneath my lashes. Yes, that seems better. And then I'm going to blend it one more time with my big fluffy brush. Just like really like lightly blending. I'm not going crazy because I don't want to move around the colour too much. I just want it to blend out. Now that I've touched that dark colour with my blending brush, I'm just going to wipe it off just on a tissue, and then I'm going to go back in and blend the top again. But I want to clean it off first so that I don't get that dark blue everywhere, because I don't want blue to be touching my eyebrow. And that's pretty much the eyeshadow done. All I've got to do now is add some liner and some mascara and some lashes. I'm going to use the NYX matte liquid liner, and I'm just going to do a really simple line over the top. I'm not going to do a wing, nothing like that. This is like purely just to hide the lash band, otherwise I would do no liner. In fact, if you don't want to wear eyelashes, then I would do no liner at all. And that's the finished look. I've gone for like a nude lip and I'm only wearing bronzer, no blush, no highlight. I find that if you go like kind of too overboard on the face when you've got blue eyes, it can all start to look a little 80s. I steer away from anything pink at all on my face. So no pink blush, no pink lips, which is what I really like to wear, but not with the blue eyeshadow. Thank you guys so much for watching. I haven't done a tutorial in so long and it was super fun. If you like this video, give it a thumb up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!